It all started right here on a 50-yard line with a sky-high whirling discus throw that killed an innocent squid. It ended here, too, on Valentine's Day at 7:07 a.m. in a massive showdown between me and this gruesome sandwich-eating mutant named Open-Face. We stood right on this spot, hating each other's guts in the freezing cold. Until, well, you'll find out. My name's Pete, by the way. This here's my brother, Pete. Yeah, we come back here every now and then to pay respects to the squid I killed.
It's true. I killed it. But it was an accident, I swear. You see, my dad's this guy who always wanted to be a discus thrower in the Olympics. Sometimes he even sneaks out at night and pretends he's champion of the world. He kept bugging me to practice, so at least someone in our family could be on a cereal box. I said, no thanks. But then the guilt started getting to me, and one February night I gave in. I felt like a spaz king out there with my friend Ellen and Pete, but then I thought of my poor dad and I let one rip. It was a toss I think he would have been proud of, if only it hadn't crash-landed right on our sacred school mascot, Edna the Fighting Squid. Ellen said,
we have to tell Mr. Beverly.
This guy who owned the squid, but luckily he was sound asleep, because I had a much better idea.
Let's bury it.
So we did, in a special place where I figured school mascots deserved to go, the 50-yard line. You swear that you won't tell?
I swear.
What if they dip you in acid?
I'll never tell Pete, no matter what, even if they lower me inch by inch into the molten lava of a live volcano.
My secret was safe forever. Or so I thought. Then I made the mistake of falling for my math teacher, Miss Fingerwood, and things kind of went
Kablooey!
It's mighty strange. You looking happily deranged. I can't be sailors in bed. Or have you picked your target yet? It's ended. Don't your dog bite? It's ended.
You don't have to be a math genius to figure out that the chance I had of getting Miss Fingerwood to like me was about 950 million to 1.
That's her. She's a total maniac about math. But even so, she'd say stuff that just killed me.
I'll never forget that Christmas morning. The river was 1.3 miles wide, and there I was, swimming the Australian crawl at a forward acceleration of 0.04 seconds per second.
Plus, there was something about the way she drew her twos that I liked a lot. The problem was, I wasn't the only one with Miss Fingerwood on the brain. It turned out that Mr. Beverly, this guy who paints the lines on all the playing fields, he liked her too.
Stay off the line!
He lived in a shack on the edge of the school grounds and took care of the squid when it was alive. Like Miss Fingerwood, he was also a slave to math, working late into the night making geometrically perfect lines, while she stayed late calculating the square root of infinity. I guess that's why he loved her. Ellen thought they were made for each other, but I knew if I could melt Miss Fingerwood's mathematical heart, she'd see that there was more to life than long division. But I'd forgotten about one thing. Open-Face.
Class?
Open-Face is my archenemy, an evil kid who always eats open-face sandwiches, even in church. He's dedicated his life to making me miserable, ever since I stopped him from electrocuting a chihuahua.
What are you doing?
When he realized I had a crush on Miss Fingerwood, his mutant brain began to sizzle like a fried meatloaf, and he hatched a diabolical plan to destroy me and rule the school. It all started with a visit to Mr. Beverly.
Mr. Beverly! Beverly, I'm talking to you! Oh, I'm sorry. I was just lubricating the gyro sprockets. Have we met?
The name is Open-Face, and these are some of my esteemed colleagues.
But enough about me. Let's talk about you. You're Squid, and a math teacher we like to call Miss Fingerwood. You like her, don't you?
She's mathematically pure.
Exactly, and you don't want some bug-eyed redhead kid slobbering all over her, do you?
Slobbering?
It says Pete, kid. Stares at her and slobbers all day long. Someday she may be slobbering back. Who knows, she may be slobbering right now.
Not Miss Fingerwood. You fellas don't know her.
Oh, and you do? Listen, Beverly, I can help. I'll talk to the flamehead and make him realize there's other fish in the sea.
You would do that for me?
Sure. And in return, all you have to do is give me the squid. Kid, squid. It's that simple. Where is it anyway?
Edna, no, you can't have her. No, she's, I'm sorry.
Poor Mr. Beverly. He just couldn't admit that Edna was missing. He actually thought his beloved squid had gotten jealous over Miss Fingerwood and had run away from home.
I can't give up, Edna.
You have to let go, Mr. Beverly. It's cruel, I know, but love is cruel. Besides, I love Edna too, and that's why I want to set her free. Free! Being a school mascot is no life for her. I'll take her to the ocean and set her free.
Free to live among the friendly plankton of the deep.
And the shrimp cocktail.
You probably figured out that Openface had no intention of setting Edna free. He wanted the squid to serve his own twisted quest for power. He knew that nobody would mess with him if he was the keeper of the sacred fighting squid.
You won't hurt this kid, will you?
Me?
You'll just get him to stop slobbering. Okay, it's a deal. Just one more thing, Openface.
Yeah?
Stay off the line.
The deal was set. Stop the kid, get the squid. Perfect. Except for one thing, the squid was dead. Of course, no one knew that except for us. Mr. Beverly kept hoping and praying that Edna was wiggling her way back home. Looking back, he must have felt pretty torn up inside, but I did too. We were more than halfway through the school year, and Miss Fingerwood still thought my name was...
Whizzer?
Pete. Just Pete. The time had come to make my move. So on the day we were supposed to read algebra word problems we had written ourselves, I declared my love for her. If 1 is the loneliest number, then x plus 1 over the circumference of a full moon equals the square root of eternity. Us eating donuts together beneath a willow tree. Somehow, I don't think Miss Fingerwood got the drift. But Ellen sure did.
How could you possibly be in love with Miss Fingerwood?
I don't know. She swam across the Mississippi on Christmas.
She's 31 years old and smells like chalk.
She doesn't act 31.
Pete, she calculates the speed of electricity for fun.
You just don't understand.
Sure I do. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4.
What are you doing?
I'm counting to 1,000,000 for fun. 5, 6, 7.
I knew what Ellen was trying to do, but no matter how high she counted, she'd always be a girl and a friend, but not a girlfriend. With Miss Fingerwood, I don't know, it was like I felt drawn to her somehow. Pete suggested expressing my true feelings with powerful electromagnets, when as suddenly as your dog barfing on a rug, there they were.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the brothers Pete.
The whole gang was there. There was Milk Mustache, Ink Stain, whose pen always exploded, Audi, who they say has an Audi belly button 3 inches long, Open Face, Gravy Breath, and Butt Stripe, this kid who always has mud on his butt from riding his bike in the rain.
Hi, guys.
Gravy breath, you.
We come to offer you a little deal.
Free square dance lessons?
Try again.
Discount lube job?
Oh, enough funny stuff. Butt Stripe, Ink Stain, hold them still. Milk Mustache, make me an open-faced deviled ham sandwich. I have a feeling I'm gonna need some quick energy.
What he needed energy for, of course, was to pummel me in areas he had marked out on a visible man model.
You stay away from Miss Fingerwood. Understand, flamehead?
Why?
Here's why.
Do we understand each other? No poems, no slobbering. You so much as look at Miss Fingerwood and you'll be eating open-faced knuckle sandwiches forever. So what do you say, you freckled freak?
Eat cheese.
Einstein, make me an open-faced liverwurst sandwich. I think we're gonna be here for a while. And I'm starting to feel liverwursty all of a sudden.
Hi.
7. What happened to you? 734,000.
I guess some people want me to stop slobbering over Miss Fingerwood.
Oh, yeah? 734,000.
But I don't care. What should I do?
Here's an idea.
Hey, we built that together. You painted the esophaguses.
You painted the esophaguses. I painted the spleen.
Here's the pancreas.
Let me see.
Ellen, I really need your help.
Not this time, Pete. I mean, it's just... She knows the speed of electricity. And considering you never wrote me an algebra poem, I just don't think we can be friends anymore.
Hey, but what about the squid secret? Doesn't that mean anything? After the big blow-up over Miss Fingerwood, Ellen wouldn't even look at me. I tried catching her eye while we were out in math class calculating the rotation ratio of the solar system, when all of a sudden,
Pete!
a miracle happened.
Pete, what in heaven's sweet name happened to you? You look like you were hit by a 2-ton truck traveling at 7,800 feet per second.
Uh-oh.
Open-Face's strategy had backfired. Miss Fingerwood was starting to fall for me.
You poor thing.
Mr. Beverly must have seen it all and had some sort of breakdown because he started roaming the streets at dawn, painting wobbly lines and talking to himself.
Miss Fingerwood?
Guess again.
Open-Face, I can't take this anymore. I saw them. They were. You promised. We made a deal.
Patience, Beverly, patience. Until the power of the squid is in my possession. I mean, until I can set Edna free. Free! Nothing will stop. Nothing! Inkstein, we need a plan.
Let's blackmail the flame head.
Yeah! Blackmail! All right, quiet. We need some dirt on the kid.
There are ways, boss.
I don't care what you do. Just make them stop.
And do it they did. Open-Face knew that every kid has a secret to hide, and if he could just dig up mine, he could destroy me forever. His first target, Pete.
Well, well, well. If it isn't the littlest, tiniest, teeniest Pete of them all.
Take a sponge bath, hammerhead.
They tell me you got a tattoo under that sleeve. Tattoo of a little lady.
She's rehearsing.
Look, there she is, boss.
Oh, isn't she beautiful? Oh my. I wonder how she'd look with a handlebar mustache.
What do you blowholes want from me?
Just a little information about your brother.
Like the wind.
Very well. Maybe this goatee will help change your mind.
Yeah. Never tea.
Surely there must be one tiny secret out there you can share with us.
Never.
Okay, little Pete boy, you asked for it.
Pete never cracked.
No way.
So Open-Face set his sights on the only person left who could tell it all, Ellen. At first, I didn't think she'd fall for his cunning mutant charms.
You look as lovely as the Hoover Dam today, Ellen.
But he kept pouring it on.
Would you care for a cheddar and flounder open-face sandwich?
No thanks.
But I'm melting the cheese with the radiant power of your glowing beauty.
Well, thanks.
When finally, the impossible happened, and Ellen said yes to a date with the sandwich eater, I told myself it didn't matter. Once I gave my Valentine to Miss Fingerwood, all my troubles would be over. As I sat waiting for her to finish an equation she invented for measuring hiccup velocity below the equator, I saw these kites dancing around in the February sky, and I knew Ellen was out there in her lucky red boots, smiling at open face.
There's nothing like a hot liver and gravy sandwich when you're flying a kite.
Tasty, isn't it? Ever see a deer get hit by a car?
And the best part is, if you take the square root of the difference and subtract the coefficient, you almost always get an integer that's prime.
Neat. Where do you buy your shoes?
Sometimes, when a kite is pulling really hard, doesn't it seem like it's trying to get free or something?
It better not. They cost $6.99 each.
I had this dream once. I dreamed that the area of a circle, instead of being pi r squared, was pi r to the third. Can you believe that? I've never told anyone that. I'm so embarrassed.
I dreamed I was a little blue dog once.
I've never told anyone this, but I've just got to get it off my face. Just.
Well, you don't have to.
No. I want to. I don't want there to be any secrets between us.
Well, okay.
Pete, you said there was something you wanted to show me. Pete?
Show you? Oh, it's this new solar-powered calculator I bought.
Oh, wow. Rays of light traveling 93 million miles through space just so you can do math. It kind of makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
I don't know what to say, Open Face. I mean, that's a pretty horrible thing to do. Throwing your own uncle out of a plane.
He landed on a lake. All right, I know it was a horrible secret, but I'm glad I told you. I am. Now, is there anything you'd like to tell me? Some deep, dark secret nobody knows about?
Well, there is this one thing.
Something about you and Pete? If you like me, you'll tell me.
I went to bed early that night, hoping to blot out the image of Ellen's red boots. Everything seemed so stupid.
Squid 1 squared times the square root of squid 2.
Then all of a sudden...
times the square root of squid
999,999. 1 million.
Dear Carrot Head, let's settle this mess once and for all. Meet me at Langley Field an hour before homeroom, you miserable wuss. Sincerely yours, Open Face.
So this was it. The final showdown with Open Face. I didn't know what tricks he had up his mutant sleeve, and I didn't care. All I knew was I had to get Ellen back, and I had to do it alone. It would be one Pete against the world.
Morning, Carrot Head. Fancy meeting you here. I'd like to introduce you to a friend of mine, Mr. Beverly Pete. And of course you know Miss Fingerwood. Miss Fingerwood, meet everyone's favorite Squidmeister, Mr. Beverly.
The pleasure's mine.
Eugene, why did you ask me here today?
Eugene?
Shut up! I called you here this morning because there are a few things I think you'd like to know. Right, Pete?
Right.
Mayday! Mayday! Come in, Ellen! Ellen, do you read? Ellen!
Pete, what's wrong?
Pete's in trouble at Langley. Needs help. Open Face knows the secret. You didn't tell him, did you? Hello, Ellen! Ellen!
So, do we understand each other?
No, I don't think so.
You stop slobbering over Ellen. And I'll...
Stop slobbering over Miss Fingerwood?
Yeah.
Well. So I guess things with you and Miss Fingerwood didn't quite add up.
Pete,
You sure draw grade 2s, though.
Let me ask you this, lover boy. How will things add up with you and Ellen when you realize she told me the secret?
She told you?
Oh, it was a special moment we had. Just me and her, staring into each other's eyes. I guess we were meant for each other. And that's why there's one more thing you have to do. I want you to swear that you'll stay away from her forever. Or else.
Or else what?
I'll tell our friends here your pathetic little secret. What do you care about, Ellen? She betrayed you. I'm giving you 5 seconds to make up your puny mind. 5. She ruined you. 4. You go to jail.
3. 2.5. 2.
It's a trick!
1.
Can't tell the secret, open face.
And why is that?
Because I'm gonna tell it first.
No!
Mr. Beverly, your squid is dead. I killed it with a discus.
Pete! No! I didn't tell him. He wanted me to tell him, but I didn't tell him.
You didn't tell?
You murdered Edna? You squashed the squid?
What was the impact velocity?
I don't know. It was an accident.
Where is she now? Where's my Edna?
Come on, Mr. Beverly. I'll show you. Right here. Me, Ellen, and my brother Pete buried her right here on the 50-yard line, where she belongs.
Was she wearing her school uniform?
Yes, sir.
Did you sing the school song?
We hummed it.
Oh, that's what I would have done. It's hard to remember all those words.
I couldn't believe it. After all I'd gone through, Mr. Beverly just looked into my eyes and forgave me. Just like that. Maybe because Miss Fingerwood smiled at him. Maybe because it was Valentine's Day.
You died with dignity, Edna. Like a fighting squid should.
Wait. What's going on here? Mr. Beverly, this kid squashed your squid. I mean, my squid.
Edna is with us all now, open face.
No, she's not. She's 6 feet underground, decomposing.
Open face, you're disgusting!
I was gonna set her free, Ellen. Free! Would you shut up? We had a deal, Mr. Beverly. Tell him. I get you Miss Fingerwood. You give me the squid.
Mr. Beverly!
I was jealous. I didn't know what to do.
I don't know what to say.
Before you say anything, would you come with me? As for you, open face, stay off the line.
You cannot do this! I am open face!
You heard him, Eugene. Scram!
I'll be back. Come on, guys, let's get out of here.
Even though he never stopped the kid or got the squid, Openface did do one thing right. He gave Mr. Beverly a chance to deliver his Valentine to Miss Fingerwood.
Happy Valentine's Day. I made it for you.
Wow.
It's geometrically perfect in every way. I knew you'd like it.
That is so romantic.
Do you think Mr. Beverly gave her a Valentine?
I don't know, but here's one for you. I made it myself. Happy Valentine's Day, Ellen.
Thanks, Pete. Beautiful.
Well, I guess we don't have our big secret anymore.
There'll be other secrets, Pete. I just know there will.
Are you crazy, man? You didn't notice her? Well, you must be blind. 'Cause all I do now is think about how she will be mine. I couldn't stand up. I couldn't sit down. One look